Morning. Steve and Kaz is on the camera, so you can't see her. It's just another clip. Now this one is a trip where Kaz and I are going up to the Legends for Charity event up at Goomburra in Queensland. So we've not long left home. We're on the Bucket's Way at the moment. We've got plenty of time to travel. We're not going all the way up today. We're going to go somewhere north of Glen Innes. So we'll just capture what we can as we go. There's not going to be a lot in this until we actually get there to the Legends for Charity weekend. So we're just out and about doing what we do. We're in the Ranger because, well, we've sold the Land Cruiser, so we don't have it. So the Ranger is all we've got until we get the Ram back, which is going to happen after this weekend, but it'll be probably a whole different clip. So you'll see that down the track. But anyhow, we'll show you what we can over the weekend. We don't know what we're going to do up there. Well, good afternoon. We're about 10 or 11 k's north of Glen Innes. This is where we decided to camp for the night. I'll give you a quick look. This is the beginnings of our rough camp. We're only camping here one night, so we're not trying very hard to make a really good camp. Just the awning, yeah, the swag out there, the awning, the chairs, the truck. Tomorrow we're going to make our way to Goomburra and we'll work our way from there. So, did I tell you where we are? We're at the Beauty Waters Heritage Park. So that's where we are for tonight. That will do us. So we'll show you more when there's more to show you. Well, Kaz is here having a drink down at the rest area this afternoon. What do you think of this for a spot, Kaz?
Oh, it's a lovely overnight spot. You can at least overnight or even 2-day stop. It's beautiful. You got a river down this way. I think it's a bit. What did you say? Trout?
Yeah, there's trout. There's trout in it.
Trout. Yeah.
So,
have a bit of a fish, a bit of a relax. You're near the highway. If you know, highway noise is not your thing, you might not like it, but I reckon it's beautiful here.
yeah, I don't mind it. I reckon it's pretty cool. Well, good morning. We've woken up to a cool but foggy morning this morning. It's about 5 degrees, but not too bad. This is what camp looks like. Not that there's anything special about it, but Kaz has been starting to pack the swag up to a point. But otherwise, not much has happened yet. It's about, I don't know, 6:30, 6:45. So it's a bit cool, but we went to bed early last night. We didn't worry about dinner. We had a late lunch and sort of just weren't hungry. So we munched on some chips and that was about all. So wasn't anything to show you. So we'll probably cook up some brekkie and see how we go from there. But anyway, we did sleep well. We were warm enough, even though it was only 5 degrees. But it is cool enough this morning, obviously, to have jackets and beanies on. Anyway, we'll get some brekkie going and we'll see you in a while. Can't do any coffee because stupidly we forgot to buy milk yesterday. So I have to get some today. Anyway, just have to have water or drinks or something. All right, see you in a while. Well, we're going to have a big breakfast this morning. Because we didn't have tea last night, we've got a steak left over, so we're going to cook the steak up Kaz has just put the bacon on. We're going to find room for some eggs in there at some stage. So that should feed us pretty well. Anyway, we'll show you a bit more when there's a bit more to show you. Because it's not like watching bacon steak cook is particularly exciting, eh?
Did you see the fog?
We did see the fog.
It's very cold and foggy this morning. Just waiting for that sun to break through.
There was sun a little while ago and it's disappeared behind the fog again. It's all foggy out towards the road. And it's 5 degrees according to my phone. So there you go. Anyway, we'll show you a bit more later. She's under pressure, guys. She's going to flip the egg while the camera's on. See how she goes. She wrecked that one. See if she can wreck this one. So we've got the bacon and eggs on. The steak is actually resting under there, so nothing can get to it. And then when we get a little bit closer to the end, the steak goes back on. We chuck a bit of cheese on top just to melt the cheese into it. And then we'll have brekkie just about ready. Well, we've plated up. We're going to have our breakfast in this shed thing here. I don't know if I showed you these shed things yesterday. That's where we're going to have our brekkie this morning. In that shed thing. Fog's actually got thicker while we've been cooking. It'll clear. So we're going to have the brekkie before it gets cold. We'll see in a while. Well, truck's up and running. So let's go for a quick walk around the camp. Just make sure we haven't left anything behind. And we're about to be. Always like to just walk around the camp and make sure that we haven't made a mess or left anything behind or forgotten anything. You should always try to leave the camp better than you found it if you can. If not, at least there it was. So, got nothing on the ground, nothing left behind, so we're all good. So that will do us for here. Well, we've arrived at the Goomburra campground. Now, I didn't show you us setting everything up because realistically there's too much going on. So this is our rough camp arrangement for the next few days. The old gazebo, the swag under it, the Ranger. Now the awning may or may not be on the Ranger over the next few days. It's out now because it was soaking wet when we packed it this morning. So we've made it here. There's people everywhere. Considering it's the day before, there's people everywhere. And anyhow, we will go for a wander and see what weirdos we meet up with, because there's bound to be some. I know there's some weirdos here. Like Ed from Ed's Camping and Four Drive. There's one. And I'm sure there's some more weirdos. And they'll think I'm weird. So we'll go for a walk and see who's around and what's going on. This is the view from camp this morning. A lot of people here already. And it's Friday morning. So still plenty to come in today. Coffee time. Because we remembered to buy some milk yesterday. Very pleasant this morning. No clouds. Just blue skies. once again. Breakfast consists of bacon and eggs, and there is some steak that's resting under there. So it's going to be our brekkie today. I'll show you when it's plated up, and that'll be about it. Because as you know, not a cooking channel, guys. She's into it already, guys.
I am. I'm hungry this morning.
She's hungry this morning.
It's absolutely beautiful. We've got steak and cheese, bacon and eggs. Oh, can't get any better than that.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to start.
A big day.
So obviously you won't need to see us eating that. So we're going to eat that. We'll see you later. Well, things are pumped up a little bit more around the show here. Oh, geez, we've got a bit of a motley crew going on here. Get a load of it. At Nash time, we've got the somewhat less famous Ed. Look at that. It's a bit scary, isn't it? Eh?
Hello.
It's frightening me already.
What is it now? Gay and Carol. That's Carol?
That's Carol.
From Gay and Carol.
From Gay and Carol. All of these
Gay
people.
and lesbian, but we changed it.
Okay, makes sense.
It's still technically gay and
Yeah.
lesbian.
Yeah. All these people on YouTube, guys, look them all up, or I'll put all the links below, or all of these things. Anything can happen, and usually does. But the real star is down here. Don't worry about Nash. This is Nash's attack train killer guard dog, Pep. Right? Pepe Le Pew. He looks a bit like a skunk, I guess. But yeah. So it's all going on. Lots of people around. Things happening everywhere, left, right, and centre. There's stuff going on. There's a stage. There's the big fire. So it's all going to be happening as the evening rolls on.
We got sunnies and everything. Holy dooly.
Is what is she? Hawaiian surfer girl.
I reckon he looks like.
Sooty's an elf.
This is Bella. She just thinks she's a bit of a hot dog, so it's
Irish laird. And he's a Maltese mini fox.
Wow.
we've got every dog in the country.
Come on. Who we got here, Terry? We got here the famous Molly.
And he is the dog tour on the Life Flight helicopter.
That is
This is Molly, and she's a bit of a flasher.
Flash Ash.
Now, for the purposes of this competition, I'm actually identifying as a dog. I reckon that's...
Magic tricks, dog tricks. Who we got here?
He's coming up on stage, Rob.
This is Ivy May, and she is a German Shepherd, Swiss Shepherd.
She's a backpacker and a mountaineer.
She's a legend.
Jenny Sky, and obviously she's dressed for the 80s.
We got a competition for nudists. Watch out. Here we go.
Okay. Hey!
Who we got here? Who are these lovely creatures?
Okay. Jasper's a Queensland supporter.
And the Life Flight Doctor. I think we have a winner. All right.
Little behind the scenes of the stage here. Rob's making announcements.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.
The crowd. They're all lining up for food now. It's all going on. And what I'm doing is as well, I'm going to put this camera away again today. Haven't showed you very much. Hasn't been that much to show you today. Today's really everybody coming in. But there's a lot of party lights. They encouraged a lot of party lights. So plenty of people have got them. I hope this is coming up okay on camera, guys. But there's plenty of decorated vehicles. Ours isn't one of them, but there is. This is going to be very dull for you, so I'll pull the pin now and I'll see you in the morning.
Universe, you.
it's Saturday of the Legends for Charity camping weekend, and Kaz and myself, along with Pete and Shaz, have decided a day trip to the Darling Downs Zoo is in order. So we've come to the zoo. So having just walked in, the first thing we come across is Pete. There's an animal for you. Hey? Shaz is hiding over there, and we've come to cockies. Yeah, cool. Now, as you guys know, Kaz and I are a bit into zoos and things. So
Red kangaroos, white kangaroos.
we look at everything.
Oh, okay.
We got white kangaroos, little grey kangaroos. At this particular zoo, you can in fact feed some animals. They let you get food, but this one doesn't look like it wants any.
You don't want any food?
Maybe you've got to put your hand in, Andy. See how brave she is.
You've got a very big beak. Yep.
He'll only bite you a lot.
You don't want food? No food?
No. You have to put your hand in a bit further.
It is flat.
Yeah. Then put it in a bit further. He's not interested. He's not a hungry emu. Probably been fed a million times already.
Yeah, probably.
Might be a little bit hard to see on the camera. There's a tiger walking around in there, so hopefully you saw him, but he's right at the back of the enclosure, so he's a bit hard to see.
I'm working with the government to put hippos back on the import list. The approval to start that process has come through. Now we just have a whole lot of paperwork and red tape.
Needless to say, Karen dumped me because there's lions. So I have no hope of competing with lions when it comes to Kaz. She'll just dump me for a big cat every day of the week. Well, these girls don't mind lying around or lying around where we can see them. Nice and close. Beautiful lionesses. How nice are they?
Sahara.
Who's this one?
Sahara.
This one?
That's Buffy. This is Sahara.
Oh, lovely.
Probably not.
You can do it.
Ah.
Ready? We do a bigger stretch for everybody for a bigger piece. You got it, reach. Good stretching. Oh, wow.
Kaz is feeding the llama.
You just dropped it all.
Nobody said they weren't messy. We just had a look at the lions being fed a little bit. That was really cool. Now we're heading up the top to see if we can find cheetahs and things. So a bit of an uphill. We'll get there. I'll give you a look when we get there. We couldn't see him very well earlier. Now we've come back. He's moved into a better field of vision. There he is, the big boy, the man of the house. That's Dad. We're not sure out of there from this angle which one's mum and which one's daughter, but that's who they are. Just chilling, as lions tend to do. I don't know if you guys can see him very well. What's he called again, Kaz? Huh. A serval. Serval. Hopefully I'm not getting too much reflection through the glass, guys, because he's behind glass. Just looks like a big tabby cat, doesn't he? Well, this is an Australian bustard. And he's got his feathers in a ruffle. And up in there, which I'll try and get, is a scarlet macaw. He's a bit hard to see. I'll see if I can zoom in on him. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I think you got him there in the background, guys. A blue and gold macaw. Doesn't look like a cow. He's blue and gold.
Cool.
Mate, how good do these look?
So the Wanderer never entered because he didn't need any more wheel chocks, so I heard.
As part of the fun and games at the camping event, we're having a tent building competition. The idea is to build the tent as fast as possible, get in it, get back out of it, and pack it up. And whoever gets all that done first wins. So that's the rules and the idea. Now, how much of that is going to be a good thing or a good idea?
They're going all right. Team Tasmania is coming last.
Every man his dog's filming this, guys.
There and have a go.
It's all part of the fun.
Phil the Maniac's doing all the work.
Oh, we're still setting up.
Team Newts for Scrannel Funnels, the first ones into the tent. So they go well. There's all sorts of pitiful stuff going on there. Is Ed going to get this done today, do we wonder? We're not sure. Look at him go. I think he's hindering his teammates. Oh, girls up the end are going well. Oh, the old team Scrunnel slowly falling behind. All going on. Yeah. Team Maniac not going very well. Winners. Team Girl Power. They've done it. Good job. Good job. Meanwhile, back down in the silly section, not much has happened. Not much has happened down here. Will we get a second place soon? Meanwhile, back at Team Newts, not much is going on. Still in contention for second. I think if you let the boys do it, it would have been done already. Congratulations to the girls for coming first. They've just nailed it. Hey! Team Scrunnel Funnels for second.
You went out too fast, mate. You went out too fast.
It's safe to say that Team Phil the Maniac, who was looking at last place at this point. Team Ed is getting there slowly, but I think it's going to be done. We could be looking at third place right here. Could be looking at the Wanderer, but let's not do that. Yeah, this could be third place.
Here we go. I'm not third. This is tight.
It's close.
Here we go.
Between Team Ed Slackers.
It's tight, all right.
Hey! Third place. They pull the string. You're not there yet. There's a lot of rules here. Pull the string.
There we go.
Oh, dear. There we go. Tying the knot. Not getting married. We're trying to. I'd say that's close enough. Third place for there. Third place. Team Ed in fourth place. And Phil the Maniac and crew, well, they'll finish sometime this week if we're lucky. That has been the tent erection competition for the Legends for Charity Camping Event 2024.
Thanks, everyone. It's been a lot of good fun. We're going to get the thank yous out of the way first before we reveal how much we've all come together to raise. So, apologies if we've missed anyone there. Thank you to all of you, essentially.
Everyone here's been amazing. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Come on. Yeah, absolutely. Well done. Cassandra from Life Flight Foundation here, folks. Welcome to the stage.
Hello, thank you.
Come on over. Up and down's arc. Round of applause. Welcome her up. And Max, is it? Max. That's the dog and that's Darren. Darren's a human. The grand total, $31,300. How good? How good? All right, boys, grab the checks. 50-50, $15,650 each. What an amazing effort. Thank you, folks. Absolutely amazing. What an effort. 15 grand each, 30K, unreal. Thank you, ladies. That is incredible.
Back in 1955, man didn't know about right.
Well, as you can see, guys, the weather has deteriorated slightly. So I didn't film packing up. We haven't had breakfast. I didn't film any of that stuff. We've left the Legends for Charity Camp, where we're working our way across to the Gold Coast. So where we're going to have a couple of nights in that caravan that's in front of us. So that's Pete's Bush Tracker, you've seen before on the channel. So he's been at the weekend too, so we're going to stay at their place. So that's just how that is. So we had a good weekend. It was good fun at the camping event, meeting everybody and seeing everybody and being part of all of it. I raised a bit over 32,000 for the two charities. That's pretty good. So not sure what I'll show you next, but driving along in the rain's not that exciting, so we will see you a little bit further on. Won't we, Kaz?
I certainly will.
There she is.
I am here. Yes.
So, catch you then. Bit messy in here. I'm not a very good house guest. This is after I've tidied up a bit. Yeah, lots of that, yeah. Not wrong. I'm lying there in the caravan going, oh, van life's pretty good. Well, during our time here on the Gold Coast, it's been raining. So there's not a lot of stuff I could look at, but we've come out here to Hinds Dam. And we found the spillway, and weirdly enough, nothing seems to be spilling over, or certainly very, very little. There's like a fire hose down there, letting out a bit of water. Everything else looks like runoff just off the walls. So obviously the Hinds Dam is behind that. So while we are getting rained on, we won't be out here very long. Must be pretty impressive when it's letting plenty out. But it's not doing that at the moment. So we might see if we can find our way up. I think there's another lookout up the top that might give us a look over the dam, but I can tell you that the rain has put a damper on things. Yeah, I know, dad jokes, right? Anyhow, we'll see if we can find something worth looking at up the top and see how that goes. Well, we've arrived at the Hinds Dam. Found the information board. There's a cafe here if you want to have something to munch on. There's a boat ramp. There's day use areas. So with the weather being the way it is, we're probably not going to make use of most of that. But we're going to go for a walk out towards the wall. The cafe's through that building on the right. Looks like it'd be a lovely place. I don't think Kaz and I are going to worry too much about cafeing today. Unfortunately, for a couple of moments, the rain has stopped. So I'm not getting flogged on to give you a look. It's an impressive body of water. Like I was saying, imagine this would look fantastic on a nice day. Anyway, if we cross over here, this is the spillway side that I showed you before, guys. There's not a lot to see there because they're not letting out a lot of water. Well, we've come out to Natural Bridge, which we're going to go and have a look at. We've noticed on the out road, there's a tree fallen over. Would have only happened today. So we'll have to see on the way back whether the rangers get here to do anything with it, or whether we have to drive out the inroad, because we haven't got the gear to cut that up either on this trip. Anyway, we're having a slight reprieve from the rain, so I thought we'd come out and have a quick look. Well, like I said before, we've rocked up at Natural Bridge, and we want to go and have a quick look at what it's about. So here's the signage here. Welcome to Natural Bridge, home to glowworms and much more. So it's a little bit of a walk around. That is kind of what we're going to be seeing. We can hear the waterfalls. Just waiting for Kaz to come back, and then we'll go for a look at it. All right, there's the sign. It says Natural Bridge down this way. I don't know how my microphone's picking it up, but there's obviously a fair bit of water falling around here, so that should be good. Now the walk down in here is a nice straightforward bitumen walk with handrails, as you can see in front of me. You can see the gorgeous Kaz walking along in front. It's not a very long walk in here to Natural Bridge from what I'm led to believe. So we'll take you around and give you a look. Now the glowworms, from what I could read earlier, congregate in caves that are near the Natural Bridge. So probably won't see them in the daytime. You need to be, they reckon, after dark, which would make sense. If they're in caves, they're not going to light up much today. So, all right, we'll see what we can see. Some bloody big trees here. This thing here I'm looking at goes way up. Get a load of it. Reminds me of when I'm up in the firs checking out trees, eh? Yeah, she's up there. They're all on a natural walking track here. Well, fairly natural. It's got a lot of boardwalks. So, designed to keep us all safe. Some naturally occurring concrete steps. We love them. So this is mostly how the boardwalk looks, guys, so I won't film too much of this. Hang on, my phone's ringing. Who'd have thought it? We've come down a bunch of steps, and you can probably hear the sound of the water on a naturally occurring bridge. They've had a lot of rain, as you know. But there's some pretty rapids just there. So it looks very nice. That's quite pleasant. It's drizzling a little bit in here, but we've been a bit protected on the path, but not so much out here. Anyway, we'll show you a bit more shortly. Right. Walking along a bit further. Kaz has already seen it. She got a smile from ear to ear. So it must be pretty cool.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Holy mackerel. Have a look at this, guys. I don't even know how well you can see that. But I think it's pretty good. I'd imagine that if you're looking into that cave and it's after dark here, you get the full glowworm experience, but that's cranking because of all the rain they've had here in Queensland. But it's pretty bloody awesome. And there's a lot of water flow down here. Them rapids are mad. This is a view from another vantage point. It's pretty mad. That is pretty mental. We'll go down the bottom and give you a better look. We're right near the natural bridge structure now. I'm going down the stairs. And it's pretty bloody noisy. But pretty good. Now in here would be where you would see all the glowworms, obviously, but it's daylight, so you won't. But this natural bridge, we're underneath it, and that is absolutely hammering. So it's all going on here. Well worth a look. If you look away from the water to the other part of the natural bridge where the water's going downstream, how pretty. Really, really nice, guys. If you get a chance and you're on the Gold Coast, come into the hinterland a little bit, Springbrook National Park, and have a look at this natural bridge and the waterfalls. It's well worth it. Well, continuing along after we left the part way underneath, you walk up some steps and there's a couple of mountain switchbacks, and it takes you out to this viewing platform over here. And that's what you're greeted with. Goes down into there. Well, you can't see it anymore. And then it goes past Kaz and it comes out down there. Walk along this track, there's vines going all sorts of weird directions, but check out these 4 trees here, or half a dozen. There's more. There's a bunch of these beautiful looking trees on the right. You know, you'd reckon they almost look like they're planted there, like man-made. Looks like something you'd see in a Spielberg movie. Just all sitting there in a beautiful row. As you walk past, and they're fantastic looking things. And they are tall. Very tall. And this walking track is all bitumen, so it is pretty straightforward. Obviously it's on a hill, but it's pretty straightforward. So yeah, definitely worth the walk, guys. That's pretty straightforward. So yeah, definitely worth the walk, guys. Coming through this area.
As you can see, we've made it to the Gold Coast. It's nothing but rain. Rain, rain, and more rain.
And then to throw it in a bit, make it more interesting, it rains.
It's supposed to be sunny. Isn't it what the Gold Coast is all about?
It's supposed to be the Gold Coast. It's supposed to have sun, but ever since we've been here, all it's done is rain. And because of that, we haven't been able to film or show you anything else that's gone along. So we'll leave this whole trip from our place up to Goomburra for Allegiance for Charity camp at this, and we'll just be driving home in the rain.
In the rain.
So that'll be that. So I hope you like this. I've no idea how this clip went together until I edited it. But hope you liked it. If you liked it, throw a like on it, subscribe, click the notification bell, all that usual stuff that all us YouTuber types say. And
thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. And if you comment below if you want to see Kaz on camera more, because she hides from the camera. Comment below. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. We'll catch up here next time. All the best from Steve and Kaz at Mud Ducks Touring Australia. Cheers, guys. Bye.
When we were younger, we were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, oh, everything was black and white. When we were younger.